Hello everyone, I am here with a project share. I have been working very hard on getting orders out the door and destashing and organizing my craft room that I just wanted to take a little bit of time and do something fun. And I wanted to do kind of a quick project and something that I could do where I did not have to go out and purchase any supplies, something that I could just pull supplies from what I have in my craft room. So I went on Pinterest and started doing a little bit of searching, and I found these cute little snowmen, and they're made out of salt and pepper shakers, and I think one might be a sugar shaker, but I'm not sure. So I thought that was something that I could do. I had some old salt and pepper shakers laying around. I originally bought them because I was going to fill them with glitter. And I do have a tray of salt and pepper shakers that I have glitter in, but all of these shakers I had not filled, so I thought I would just use them to do this project. So let me get started here, and I will go through how I made them and some of the supplies that I used. And they didn't take too much time. The most time I spent was on some of their heads. This one is styrofoam here, so that was pretty quick and easy. But their heads are made out of a homemade modeling clay. I just Googled a recipe and I used that because, again, I did not want to go out and purchase any supplies. I just wanted to use what I have in my house. So it was a really easy modeling clay. It was basically salt, cornstarch, and water, I believe. And then you just let it cool down and form it, and then you let them dry. So that's what I made the heads out of. And then to give them some texture, I used this Deco Art Snow Tex. And I've had this for a while and I've wanted to try it out, so this was the perfect opportunity to do that. And I think it just gave them some nice texture. So let me just start here with the first one, and this might be a sugar shaker, I'm not positive. It had kind of a domed lid on top, so I used some glitter Mod Podge on the inside, and then I just sprinkled in some, I can't remember if it was mica flakes or I think it was extra fine glitter, so to give it kind of a glittery body on the inside. I used the I don't know what this is called. It's like feathery. I don't know if it's real feathers, but I used that for the scarf. I have these cute little ice skates. They're like charms. They may have come off of a bracelet, I'm not sure, but I thought that would go perfect. I was kind of going with more of a silver theme on this one, and I put some bells. There's 3 little bells, a little tiny one there, and then this rhinestone bit on the top, just to give a little decoration to the hat. And I just trimmed the feathers around the hat as well. And then for the face, I just used some black brads to make the eyes and the mouth, and then the nose is a stack of mother of pearl buttons. So I thought that was cute to have a button nose. And then I just took some might have been stickles, I'm not sure. I was using several different products. It was glittering glue or glittering crystals. I'm not sure exactly which product I used on this one. And I just I sealed it with the Mod Podge glitter seal, and then I sprinkled on some of the mica powder, I believe is what I used on this one. I did some different, I was just kind of experimenting, so I used some different products on each one, so I'm just trying to remember exactly how I made this one. But so that's how he came out, and I may even put a little bit more glitter. I think I want this one to have a little bit more glitter on it, but I thought it turned out very cute. Here's the back of it. And then I wanted to try and make a beach themed one. I love the beach, so I really like this one. And some of these shells, I believe I may have found that shell on the beach. I could be wrong, but so I filled it with pearls and abalone and shells, and I think some little pearl seed beads, and I thought that made a nice little mix there. And then I just used some eyelash yarn. Let's see here, I'm not sure what that yarn's called. Some type of fabric, and then some pom-pom yarn there. And I thought the colors, I went with kind of ivory and white. I thought that would look good with the color of the seashells. And I did the same thing on the nose. I used the mother of pearl buttons for the nose and brads for the eyes and the mouth. And then for this one, I think I just used the Mod Podge glitter, and I don't think I sprinkled any additional glitter on that other than the mouth and the eyes, because I didn't want that stark black, so it looked a little more muted, I guess. And then I put some of the eyelash yarn around the top of the lid for the hat, and attached a couple little seashells there, and then a piece of abalone here, and then a few more seashells, and I believe that's a pearl right there. So I thought this one came out adorable, and I may again go back in and put some more glitter on the head. I'm not sure yet if I want to do that, so we'll see what happens with that one. So the next one here, I was kind of going for more, I guess, of a little bit more of a shabbier looking snowman for this one. So I used a few different pieces of lace. I believe they're vintage. And I used the pom-pom yarn here, and these are very soft. You can see it's just smashing up. I need to refluff it now. Then I have some iridescent snowflakes and beads. I guess this is, I don't know what it's called. I think it goes to, if you have the miniature trees and you can wrap it around, it's like tinsel or something. So I just used that. I've had it in my stash. I have a box of Christmas stuff, so I wanted to use it, and I thought it looked pretty cute. So I wrapped all those around. I took a snowflake brad and placed it right there, and then on top I just took a piece of the pom-pom from the pom-pom yarn and stuck that on top along with a little snowflake. And again, on this one I may go back in and put some more glitter. I think that would make it look really pretty. So I did the same thing with the face. I stuck with the same theme for making the faces. It's the black brads and then the mother of pearl buttons. So I really like that one. And then this one is a little bit more crazy, I think. I went with some long pink feathers, and there's some iridescent little spikes sticking out of there. And on the inside, I used Distress Stickles. Let's see here. Worn Lipstick, I guess, is the color. And then I just dumped in some fine glitter and just kind of made it look like there's a little bit of a dusting of a snow in there. But I wanted to use the pink so it would go with the feathers and everything. So we also have here a little bell with a snowflake on it and a rhinestone piece that kind of ties in with the rhinestone pieces that I did for the hat. And then a little tiny vintage looking light bulb. So when I put that in there, I thought that looked cute. I did the same thing with the face. I went with the mother of pearl buttons for the nose, the brads for the eyes, and then I did, looks like I did a little more glitter technique on this one. So I think I'm pretty happy with that one. There's quite a bit of glitter, Not sure if the camera is picking it up, but I think this one turned out very pretty. I had some rhinestone pieces left over from a brooch bouquet I did for my sister-in-law's wedding, and so I thought I would throw those on there and use those up, and I think this turned out very pretty. So the last one I have here, I think this might be my favorite. I love all of them and how each of them came out, but I think I really like this one the best. And I went with more of like a mint green color on this one, and I filled the shaker with all sorts of glass pearls, crystals, vintage glass beads, vintage crystal beads, just all sorts of different beads in there, just to give it a little bit of contrast, so they weren't all the same colors. So that's what's on the inside. And then for the decoration on the outside, I took a couple of pipe cleaners and twisted them together to create this wreath. And then I used the glitter Mod Podge and went all over it so it could give it a little more glitz on it. And then I sprinkled on some fine, it's kind of a iridescent color, fine glitter, and so I thought that made the wreath look very pretty. And this is an old earring, and I did the same thing with the Mod Podge glitter and then sprinkled it with the fine glitter, and then I just clipped off the back of the earring part and glued that to the wreath. So I thought that turned out very cute. Then for the scarf, I have some iridescent, I don't know if this would be called eyelash trim, I'm not sure, but I thought it went with the color scheme of this one. And then there's just all sorts of different types of yarns here in that mint green color. So I thought using the iridescent kind of broke up all of that green there, so I thought that just turned out adorable. And then I did the same on this one as I did the others with the black brads and then the mother of pearl nose. And this head is different from the others. You can tell it's not as textured looking because it is a styrofoam head. And what I did with this one, I took the glitter Mod Podge and went over it with a coat, and then I used that fine glitter to just give it more of a glitter look. So, and for the hat, I did not put anything on the top of the hat. I went all the way around with that same mint colored yarn as I used for the scarf, and then I just I glittered a couple of vintage bells that I had in my stash, and I just think this one turned out so adorable. And I think out of all of them, I will probably be keeping this one for myself. I just love it, and it will probably go on my mantle for Christmas this year. The others, I'm not sure what I'll do with. They may be gifts at Christmas time. I may save one of them for a future giveaway. I'm just not sure. I may put them in my Etsy shop. I just don't know. I love all of them right now. I will probably put them on my shelf in my craft room and just admire them and then decide what I'm going to do with them. So if you like this video, please leave a comment below and let me know which one you like the best. And also, I am currently running a giveaway, so check out that video. I will put the link down below. It is closing out tomorrow, and then I'll go through and I will pick a winner. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.